Hello everybody, thank you so much for watching today. Today I'm doing a speed build with the new Orchard Villa house that came in the seasonal moonstone pack. And I do think that you could do this build with other house skins as well if you were not able to get this. I was only able to get this expensive house skin because of my amazing channel members and everybody that's been supporting me as a creator. I appreciate you all so much. This is my favorite house and full bundle of the moonstone packs that we've had before. I just love the outfit and the table and chairs and the flower pot, and the house is so adorable. It's just so me. I know it's like personal on, and I hope that everybody who wants it is able to get it at some point. But I do think that this build is just really pretty and natural, and it can be like rustic or fancy, so it can go with a lot of different houses. So I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and my valley is really full in my aisles and everything. So I just started playing with the house on the floating meadow island, and I really love it. So now I gotta go clear some space in my valleys. But I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I looked up some inspo pics, and I just knew I wanted kind of like a road to curve up to the house, and on one side I wanted like really dense lush greenery. So I'm using these cypress trees that go really well with vineyards, and I just made like a curvy road, which the diagonal pathing broke after this update. So if you try to replace a diagonal pathing, at least me, it like breaks the pathing. So I figured out finally that I just have to switch it back to the normal every time I want to try to replace it to see a new pathing. But I was having some issues with that, so if you've come across that, I hope they fix it with the next update. It only broke during this update. It used to work perfectly, so there's ways around it, at least for now, but it can be a little tedious. So I just wanted to put a lot of different green colors. I think I use mostly like Dazzle Beach and Peaceful Meadow style like colors. I'm just throwing a bunch down, and then I'm gonna try to like move it as close to the road and trees and make it very dense. These butterfly flowers in the foliage section look so good here with the purple, so I lined also the side with those. And then on the other side, I knew I wanted to do like a river or lake. I wasn't sure which side, but once I started building this out, I wanted this side of the road to be low, like where it wouldn't block any views of the house when walking up the road. So I just used a couple of the manicured flower bushes, and then I'm using this like softwood fence. I don't even remember what exactly it's called, but we don't have that many fences, so I know you'll find it. But I was doing some of it at the diagonal and at the straight, since we got this new diagonal fencing, which is a really cool option. When you do straight to diagonal, it disconnects it to two different fences. So sometimes you just need to move it one more over. It just depends where you end it on the grid and start it to make it look more cohesive and not as broken. So I did some little fencing like that on the curves of the road, and then I started building the road out a little bit further. This really doesn't go anywhere because it's a floating island, but I just wanted to build it up a little bit more. So you can see right now I'm putting the pathing on the normal pathing and just creating kind of the shape that I want, and then I switch it over, change it to diagonal to change the whole shape to diagonal to make it look really smooth. And now I'm just gonna kind of build up and move around all of my foliage along the road so that it's close to the road and it looks really dense. I'm gonna build up the pathing around the house also. I just really like the look of this sunlit, like sun-baked earth with this house skin. The windmill is so darn cute with vineyards and different styles like that, so I knew I had to put that in there. I also wanted to use these big like cypress tree clusters, but I didn't want to see a lot of the like orange on the rocks and the pink and stuff like that. So I do try to cover a lot of that pink and different stuff up. I just really wanted a lot of greens and then like some purples and stuff. So I used this trellis from the game that is a craftable, and it goes perfectly like with this house. So I kind of cover up some of the pink and orange colors with that, but it also just looks really good as a backdrop. And once I had like my road, I knew I wanted to just put like have a lot of lush greenery on one side, and I wanted like a river or lake on another side. And at this point wasn't really sure what which side I was gonna put that and which side I was gonna put like the grapes. So I ended up building this road over to this natural water pond and decided that I could build the river like going into it, and it kind of separates the houses because I was gonna also build the seaside villa with it, but in the end I mostly just finished this whole house build because I decided after that I needed to go delete some stuff in my valleys so that I could do a build in my valleys where I would see it more often. So, of course, the barrels always go really good with the wineries and the kind of aesthetic I wanted. I like a lot of the brown tones, anyways, that go with the house. I just started pulling out a lot of items, going through my decor, stuff I might use, kind of throwing it down. I think these little honey pots, just because of like the pots part of them, look so cute here, and add like a little bit of color. I think they go so cute. I kind of turned them where you didn't see the honey part, but like I love having all those little miscellaneous like decor items. I wish we could get some more. There's a little like picnic basket and a few things on this house I wish we had, but they did give us some of the items like the table and chairs and flower pot, so I'm really happy about that. I pulled out these tents because sometimes at like vineyards they would have tents like this where you would like sit out. I end up just like throwing them over there and just throwing some chairs and stuff in them where you would maybe eat or enjoy your wine by the water or something. And I'm gonna start building my river or lake or whatever it is. But so I placed some tiles down, and since everything I had like the house and roads were at diagonal, I placed all the tiles down on the grid straight first, all the curved tiles. That's what I'm doing right now. So because you can't connect these edge pieces at the diagonal, when you pull one out it's on the grid right, and our rotation is 16 points. So every time you turn it 4 times, then it's on the grid straight where it would connect. I know people are having like still some like trouble figuring that out, but if you pull out a water tile, just like pull it out from the furniture menu, it's on the grid how it should be. You can turn it 4 times and then it's straight again. You can turn it 4 times again, 4 times again, 4 times again. So every time you turn it 4 times, it's on the grid straight. Every other in between turn, it will not connect exactly right. So just keep that in mind when you're building your rivers. For me, I thought it was easiest to pull out all the tiles on the grid right and then not have to like search for them in the furniture mode, so that I could just build the whole edge of my river. At the time, I wasn't really sure. At first, I was going to make it really close to the road, and then I decided to leave a little bit of space in case I wanted to like walk over there. So I left some space between the like softwood fencing and the edge of the river, and I'm just going to keep building around my edges. I didn't cut any of this out in case anybody wanted to see it. If you want to speed it up, it's gonna show every piece I'm building for this whole river or lake. so you can speed it up or slow it down. So I just kept building the whole edge out, and um, then I noticed one of my pieces was off, so I'm gonna go and shift everything over and just put it as close to the water edge that I could. You can't get like right up to it, but I just put some grass and stuff at the edge there later to kind of, so that you can't really tell that there's an edge there. But here's where I noticed I didn't have it that close, and I start moving it all over, and then one I didn't move over all the way, so later I have to go move everything again. But I just love this river kit so much. I hope everybody got it. It's so fun, and it looks so good in the game. I feel like I can just build lakes and rivers and make the whole valley look good. So I'm just going to build out this whole edge to my river, and then I'll fill it in, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish up adding decor, planting grapes, kind of building my vineyard area. So I'll just let you enjoy the rest of the speed build and see it all come together. So I did add that little Remy fountain just because I think it's so cute with the wine bottles and stuff. But anyways, this is my full build for now. I really, really love how it turned out. I really wish I had this in my valley, so I'm going to be deleting a lot of things and doing another build soon. I do think that this house skin would go in really well in many biomes, and I think it would go cute with like our natural forageable like trees and bushes also. I was like an orchard or more like gardens, like farming gardens. I don't know. I think it's so versatile. There's a lot you can do with it. So thank you so much for watching today. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't, and have the most amazing day.